my name is Ranger Elizabeth from the Parklands of Floyd's Fork, and today we're going to answer the question, how is the Earth affected by the sun's light? It may be a cloudy day today, but you can still notice it's light outside. So what's the reason it's so light outside despite the clouds? The answer is the sun. The sun is so bright that even when our sky is covered in clouds, the light can get through and give us daylight. So today we're going to explore why we have days and why we have seasons, and how this is all based on the Earth's relationship with the sun. As you might notice, the leaves behind me are changing color. That means it's fall time. So why do the leaves change color in the fall time? Well, this has a lot to do with the sun and its light. Trees will use their leaves when they're green to capture the sunlight and turn it into food. But when the days get shorter during the fall, the leaves have less food to capture because there's less sunlight, and they start to die off. The chlorophyll in the leaves, which makes them green, starts to go away, and instead the leaves turn different colors like yellow or red or purple, and eventually they'll die to brown. In the spring, when there starts to be more light after the winter time, leaves will begin to grow again and we'll get green leaves again. So the fall leaves and the fall foliage is all dependent on the changes in the sun's light during the seasons. Every year, there are 4 different seasons. Right now, we're in fall, as I've mentioned. After fall comes winter, then spring, and then summer, and back around to fall again. Here in Kentucky, we experience all 4 seasons. What causes the seasons is really 2 things. The first thing is that the Earth revolves around the sun. This is called the revolution. So over the course of 1 year, 365 days, the Earth will travel around the sun 1 time. But it's not that course that causes the seasons, it's how the Earth is tilted while it's rotating. So the Earth is not straight up and down, instead it's tilted at a 23.5 degree angle. As you can see here, with that 23.5 degree angle through the Earth's axis, at some points of the year, one hemisphere is tilted closer to the sun than the other hemisphere. When your hemisphere is tilted towards the sun, it's summer because it's warmer. When your hemisphere is tilted away from the sun, it's winter because it's a little bit cooler. When the hemispheres are equally exposed to the sun, that is spring and fall time. So when you're getting less light during the day, less light equals less warmth equals lower temperatures, hence the coldness during the winter. In the summer, it's the opposite. So in the summer, the northern hemisphere is tilted towards the sun, and when you're tilted towards the sun, you're getting more direct sunlight, and the Earth is going to feel a little bit warmer, hence the warm temperatures in the summer. Seasons aren't the only time when sunlight changes. You experience a change in sunlight every single day. So when you wake up in the morning, it might be dark, but over the course of the morning time, the sun will rise up into the sky. It will then become daylight like it is right now. As the sun reaches the highest point in the sky, this is usually between noon and 3 o'clock, that's when it will be the warmest because you're having the most sunlight, it's shining directly onto the ground, and it's warming up the atmosphere around you. As the day goes on, the sun will then set around evening time, and by nighttime it's dark outside, and then it's dark all night long. What causes this change in sunlight is how the Earth rotates. So it takes 24 hours for the Earth to rotate 1 time. So say, for example, the sun is right here. When I'm facing towards the sun, that's when it's daytime. But when I'm facing away from the sun, no light is reaching my face, and that means it's nighttime. So if we look at the temperature over the course of a day, we'll see that the temperature rises when the sun is up and lowers when the sun is down. Here we can see that shaking star is Kentucky. Our hemisphere is tilted away from the sun, meaning that it's wintertime, and we're on the other side of the earth from the sun, which means it's nighttime because the sun is not reaching us at that moment. In this image, Kentucky is now in the hemisphere that is tilted towards the sun, making it hotter and therefore it's summertime. We're also facing directly towards the sun, meaning that it's daytime. The length of the day is also important for really everything on Earth. So you see around me, all these trees have leaves. When there's enough sunlight during the daytime, the trees will have their leaves and they'll be capturing that sunlight for food. But during the winter time, there's not enough sunlight during the day for the trees to survive, so they will drop their leaves and go dormant. Same with animals. So animals need plants to survive, right? Because a lot of animals eat plants or eat other animals that eat plants. So during the winter, when it's colder and there's not as much sun, there aren't leaves on the trees and there aren't as many animals around. Because of this, many animals will actually go into hibernation in the wintertime. Thank you so much for joining me today as we answered the question on how the sunlight affects the Earth. Don't forget to click through, do the activities, and the Choose Your Own Adventure activity at the end. Thank you.